Hi everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the song cycle for Vox Femina. I encourage you guys once again to please give to Vox Femina. As I've said in previous videos, we are not able to perform either of our 2 remaining concerts that were scheduled for this year. The first one was supposed to happen in March, just before the stay-at-home order came. We had our dress rehearsal and everything, and then we were forced to shut down. And then our next one is in June, and it's still unclear when things are going to be open again, and so we've had to make the tough decision to close down for the rest of the year. So we really need donations as much as possible to keep the organization going, and I really appreciate anyone who's willing to give any money to help us. I've included links below to my group rev page where you can give and help us out. Any amount helps, $1, $5, just anything helps. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So yesterday I sang 2 songs in Gaelic, and I thought today I would sing 2 songs in English. And instead of going through my process of learning the song, I would sort of talk about how I got into Irish music and why it holds a special place in my heart. So the first song I'm going to sing today is actually, the tune is actually Scottish, and you might actually recognize it as being the tune from Loch Lomond, but it's called Red is the Rose, and it's sort of the Irish version of it, and it's one of my favorites, so I hope you enjoy. Come over the hills, my bonny Irish lass, come over the hills to your darling. You choose the road, love, and I'll make the vow, and I'll be your true love forever. Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows, and fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne, but my love is fairer than any. 'Twas down by Killarney's green woods that we strayed, when the moon and the stars, they were shining. The moon shone its rays on her locks of golden hair, and she swore she'd be my love forever. Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows, and fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne, but my love is fairer than any. It's not for the parting that my sister pains, it's not for the grief of my mother, 'tis all for the loss of my bonny Irish lass, that my heart is breaking forever. Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows, and fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne, but my love is fairer than any. But my love is fairer than any. So that one is a crowd favorite. It's one of my favorite songs. It's really pretty, and it's beautiful. It's obviously a little bit sad, but what good song isn't a little bit sad? So now I want to go into how I got into Irish music. I've always been fascinated by Irish culture. My family is very Irish, amongst other things, but I've always loved Irish culture. I remember before I had my own computer, I would always use my mom's, and she would have the Chieftains on her iTunes account, and it was the first time I'd ever heard Irish music, and I fell in love with it. It was just so fun to listen to the dance music that they played. It was a live version, but it was still super fun, and I really wish that I always wish I would have been there to watch them play. But I did projects over the years about Ireland when we had to do a world history project, and I've always loved it. And then when I got older, when I was in college, I decided I want to become a librarian, and I decided that I wanted to get experience working at an archive as well to see what kind of librarian I wanted to be, or archivist I wanted to be. And I had the opportunity. We were doing a family reunion in Ireland, and I decided to work at the Irish Traditional Music Archive in Dublin for the summer, because I was going to be studying abroad the next semester. So I decided might as well just stay. And I really got to learn a lot about Irish history because it was in 2016, which was the 100th anniversary of the Easter Rising, which is a huge moment in Irish history, where they finally took the stand against England to gain their independence. And so it was a very interesting time to be in Ireland because I got to really see a lot of that history, and I got to handle a lot of music, and I got to listen to a lot of music and read about the culture and the history, and it was a really awesome opportunity, and I really fell in love. And I mean, being in Dublin, it's super easy to find trad bands, traditional bands, playing in pubs pretty much anywhere, and I did get to hear a few of them when I was there, and I really just wanted to know more about the language and more about the music and really practice singing it. So when I got back, I went to library school in Indiana, which has a huge musicology, ethnomusicology school, but also a folk, where people do their folk studies, and Irish studies is very big there. And I met several people in that folk studies program getting their PhD who either knew how to speak Gaelic or were learning to speak Gaelic or studying Irish music. And we would meet up at a local Irish pub, or bar, breakfast nook, or whatever you wanted to call it. And it was called the Runcible Spoon. And we would sit in the basement and just, find lyrics online and listen to music together and try and sing together. And we went down to Washington, Indiana, and played with a trad band down there. And it was really fun. I mean, it's just fun to sit around and just listen to music, and it's very easygoing. And for someone who has had performance anxiety as a soloist for a long time, it was nice to be in a musical group that was much more low-key and really focused on just having fun and learning. And if you made a mistake, it's not, a big deal. You just move on and you learn from your mistake. And so it was really nice to have that. And so from then on, I just sort of picked up music. I have playlists on Spotify where I add music that I want to learn, and I find the lyrics online and just sit down and take some time and do that. And it's just really fun. I really want to get back to Ireland someday and, really look at the bands more and try and go and see more in either in concert or in a pub. It's just a really important part of my life at this point, and I love it. It's one of my favorite hobbies that I have. So, let's see. I am going to learn a song now. I'm going to cut that. So I feel like I'm cheating again. I'm going to be singing another song by one of my favorite Irish bands. The band's name is Ye Vagabonds. They have an amazing album on Spotify. And it's been a while since I've sung this again, so it's going to be maybe a little rough, but again, it's in English, so it shouldn't be too hard. So this one is called On Yonder Hill, and this is off of their album, The Hare's Lament. There's a song on there of that name as well, and it's supposed to sort of put together a bunch of songs centered around sort of the theme of hunting when being in nature and in the fields. And so this is a story about a hare who is being hunted, but then escapes. So yeah, I really like the song. It's slow, but it's a good one. So here we go. On yonder hill there sits a hare, full of worry, grief, and care, and o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. And o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. Now came a huntsman passing by, and on this poor hare he cast his eye, and all o'er the bog salute his dogs, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. And all o'er the bog salute his dogs, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. And now she's gone from hill to hill, all for the best dog to try his skill, and kill the poor hare that never done ill, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. And kill the poor hare that never done ill, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. And now she's turned and turned again, merrily as she trips the plain, and may she live to run again, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. And may she live to run again, singing, ho, brave boys, hi ho. I may have sung that a little too low, but it's still one of my favorite songs. I still love that one a lot. So I want to encourage everyone to please consider giving to Vox Femina. We're a really amazing nonprofit organization to give women a voice, and we support LGBTQ communities, specifically within the music community, and it's just a fantastic group of women, and we would really love to be able to continue to perform, but we really need help right now, as do a lot of arts organizations, and I encourage you to help them as well. I'm going to be putting a link in my description for my group rev page where you can donate, and if you sign up, then you'll be able to get access to all of these videos. So I really encourage you to donate, and I really appreciate all your help. And I hope you enjoy these videos. Thanks!